What's up everybody, I'm the NerfModdingNerd, and this is a review of the Nerf Elite 2.0 Volt right here. This is pretty much an Elite 2.0 version of the Firestrike, which, if you don't know, is a one-shot blaster that has a little light on the front here. The Firestrike also has two dart holders right there, but on the Volt they are down here. But with that out of the way, let's get into the review. Included in the package is the blaster itself, and then 6 darts, 3 of these blue with orange tip darts, and 3 of these orange with blue tip darts. But they're pretty much just Elite darts with a different color. You don't need batteries to actually use this blaster, as in pull this back and fire it, but you do need batteries if you want this little light right here to work. So what you can do is you can press a pen into that slot right there. I have already done that, and then just pull this off and install 2 AAA batteries. I've installed rechargeables because I really don't plan on keeping them there longer than this review because I don't know how much I intend on using this blaster. An overview of the blaster, starting from the front right here. This is the barrel. You can just take a dart and then just slide it in right there until you can't slide it in anymore. Right here is a sight. There's not really a rear sight, so it's not really that useful. It kind of lines up with the rails, but not really. Along the top is an N-strike attachment rail. I don't know what you'd want to attach, but I guess you could technically take the blaster and take a scope, and now you have a sniper pistol, so that's cool, I guess, even though it's really not going to help you at all, and it's just going to make it more bulky. Right here is the priming handle. You just pull back until it clicks right there, and then you can just pull the trigger right here to fire the blaster. That hit me in the eye. The handle right here is pretty small. As you can see, my normal sized hand is a little bit too big for this handle, and my hand is normal size, as I said, but it's not super duper tiny like a Jolt. On the bottom is the 2 dart slots where you can just slide in 2 darts like this, and obviously I wouldn't recommend keeping darts in there for a long period of time because it is going to damage them over time. Along the bottom, this is the battery door. As I said, you can just push like a pen in there to slide this off, and then there is also an N-strike attachment rail here that you can just slide something like a bipod on, so now you can truly be a sniper pistol. Again, that's not going to be useful at all though, so I don't recommend it. If we pull all the random gadgets off, now we're down to the base blaster. Right here is the light, as I said, and then this right here is the switch. Unlike the Firestrike, where it was like a rev trigger right here that was like, while you held it, it would be on, this right here is a actual toggle switch. So you push it up like that. It's hard to see on video, but now that little red light is on, and I'll show you how powerful that is in a second, and then you can just push the bottom part of it, and it'll turn back off again like that. Anyways, let's go test the light. Alright, so I'm here in my bathroom, which is one of the only rooms that I can get completely dark, and I'm going to shine this light. Now, keep in mind that the wall that I'm shining it on is only about 6 feet away or so yeah, it's not that bright, and it's definitely not going to help you with targeting because that circle is huge. Elite darts are really inaccurate, and that is super, super dim, so it's not worth it. Alright, so here we are for the firing demo. I saw your comments about the brick wall being super hard to see stuff for, so I haven't had time to build a target, so instead I'm going to be firing it at my fence today. So here we go. This is going to be with the standard Elite 2.0 darts that come with the blaster. And because I don't have a target or anything like that, I'm going to be shooting at that piece of orange duct tape right there on the fence. Try not to go over into my neighbor's yard. And now moving on to X-shot darts. They're still all dropping one way. That's really weird. And lastly, onto Adventure Force waffle head darts. Let's go back inside. Alright, so my personal opinion on this blaster. Honestly, it's pretty negative overall. This is pretty much just a single shot blaster, and yes, the FPS is decent on it for this small of a blaster, but you might as well just get a Jolt and then upgrade the spring. It's going to be smaller, and it's probably going to be around the same price. So honestly, I would just recommend doing that. Also, the red light on this is super weak. It's not going to be useful for anything, unless you're just like playing around with it. It's not actually going to be useful for sighting. So honestly, this is overpriced, even though it only clocks in at 10 United States dollars, and I just wouldn't really recommend it. Anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And let's get into the bloopers. So let's get into the video. And then 6 darts, 2, but they are pretty much just Elite 2.0. You don't need right here, and take a scope. And then there's also an N-strike attachment rail right there, so I guess you could take a bipod And then there is also an end strike. Why are my lights turning off? And then there is also an end strike attachment rail here, and if we pull all the random gadgets off, now we're back down to the blip. If we pull all the random